Welcome to the video. My name is Carver, and I am 2 weeks out from my bodybuilding show. A lot of you guys know me as the finance guy, as the Wall Street bodybuilder. This is the bodybuilder part. This is the part where I'm competing. Now, I haven't been super vocal about prepping for a bodybuilding show, but I've been in the process for 4 months. I've been dieting for 4 months, and I've traveled and I've done my entire job for the last 4 months while getting ready for a bodybuilding show. Cardio first thing in the morning, 6 meals a day, training for an hour and a half at night, doing everything I can to get ready for this show. We are now 2 weeks out. I feel phenomenal. We are right there. And this is about digging for the extra inches. This is about going through the hard times, the challenges, and not bitching out, not being the one to complain about the work, being the one to embrace the work, to embrace the chase of something you've never accomplished before. The last time I competed was 2023, and when I competed, I was embarrassed of how I did. I came in 4th in my show. I was way too small. I didn't have the size or the muscle to compete in this sport. I was new to it. I put in 2 years of work. We are now 25 pounds heavier than the day I stepped on stage. That's because we put in the work. We compounded over time, the daily deposits. If you are an underdog, you have to use that to your advantage. You have to come ready to fight. Come on. That's it. Oh. Woo. I'm gonna be double cheeked up in 2 weeks. Practice our glute spreads after this. Where are you starting for back? What's up? Where are you starting with for back? We're gonna do a pull down, straight bar over in the corner. Good. Now, when you go to stretch, poke your head through. Good. Yes. Give me more. More. Okay. Come on. Come on. Got more in the box. You're in your own. Let's go. Come on. Make it count. Come on. Come on, baby. Let's go. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. 3, 2, good. One pull, one pull. Pull, pull. Better boy, good. Oh. Oh. So as a college athlete, the one thing I always say is you have to keep that competitive edge that you had as an athlete. If you grew up playing any level of sports, and whether you stopped in high school, you played in college, maybe you made it to an amateur pro or a pro, whatever you had as an athlete is your competitive edge. And you need to keep that, because if you get into the work environment, you get into real life, and you lose your most vital skill, your most vital competitive edge, is being an athlete, having that mindset, being able to turn it on and compete at a moment's time, you've lost everything you have over everybody else. So one thing I always say is to harness that competitive nature that you have about yourself and use different vehicles throughout your life to continue to groom them, so that when you get into a work environment or you get into a competition within a business, you can utilize that to your advantage to win. Good, dude. Oh, keep these down, down. Good. More, go. More. Go for it. Yes. Drive straight back. Good. Right in here. Good. 10 of your hardest pulls. Go. 1, 2. Good. 8. 2 more hard ones. Hold them. 9. Good stretch. Good stretch. Good stretch. Squeeze. Good. Oh boy. All the dog. All the dog. Yeah. 15 to 20. Yeah, just put the stack. Yeah, I'll give you the stack. Good, dude. Great set.
Thanks.
Great set, bro.
Fucking A.
How'd that feel?
Good.
A little different?
Yeah.
Good. As I was saying earlier, we are 14 days out, 2 weeks out. I've done this before. In 2023, I competed. If you guys have been around for a while, you know that this is not my first merry-go-round, but it's definitely the best it's ever gone. There's a few things that are the reason why. I have really good people around me. That's top. And that's the most important part, is I have a winner's circle. I have people who believe in me, who give me all of the support and a ton of love. And a lot of you guys and all of your messages really mean the world to me. And I want you guys to know that if you've been sending me messages, I want you to know it doesn't go without notice, and it is so appreciated, because I just love doing this, man. I love competing. I'm a football player at heart. I'm somebody who just really loves playing sports, and had to hang up the cleats, the helmet, the shoulder pads, and I traded in for a bodybuilding suit. Not necessarily the most masculine exchange, but it's certainly the thing that I love. And the reason why I got into this sport was because I just love the people and the community and the way I felt about myself, the way I was able to personally develop. And listen, man, it's not easy with my job. I'm gonna be frank, I won't lie. It is hard to talk to clients all day. It is hard to trade. It is hard to sit there and do a plan. It is hard to make projections. It's really hard to think. And a lot of it is just focus. And the reason why I've been able to do so well with the people around me is I'm motivated. I am so locked in and happy. And a lot of that is just mentally being happy, right? So there's a lot of dog in me. I do feel like the underdog. I've always felt like I was average at best. And what I started to believe in myself is that while I may feel I'm only qualified to be average, my mindset is elite. And if I live with that elite mindset, I can strive to be much better than I ever had the potential for. And my potential continues to incrementally grow every day that I act that way, and that I believe in myself, and that the people around me I pour into, and they pour right back into me, right? So it's a waterfall effect where everything is cycling back into the life that I am building, where in my career, I am flourishing. This is the best it's ever been. I say it to you all the time. Sometimes I just don't even believe the opportunities that have come my way that we've been able to capitalize on. And on top of that, I'm building a social media community.
My life is about impact, helping people build a better life, build a body, career, bank account, overall live the life of their dreams. I do all of that in Savage in a Suit, a community of savages. If you feel like you want to be one, click the link below. Join us.
People who really understand what it is that this savage in a suit thing is becoming, right? And the message that I'm trying to give to people about how they pour into their own lives. And that's the most important thing to me, is that I be a role model for the people who need it and for who I used to be, right? Because if I had my version back then, 5, 6, 7 years ago, when I was lost and I didn't know what I was going to do, what I was going to make of myself, I mean, I don't even know what my potential would be. It would be limitless. And so as I make these videos, as I continue to go through this process, as we're 14 days out, things get hard and I'm sitting there 45 minutes into cardio and I'm dying and I'm low carb and I'm depleting myself. And then on top of that, I go through a full work day, 10 hours in the office, run out, commute back home, get to the gym, train until 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. Sometimes don't even get in bed until midnight, because what I'm building outside of all of these things is this community and what I'm trying to develop for all these people that are like-minded, that resonate with this message. I'm having so much fun, man. I'm having so much fun because the challenge is worth it, because the chase is worth it. And I've just embraced all of it. And that's why it's working, because I'm embracing it, I'm leaning into it. There's so much riding on the things that I do for the people I love. And I want you to know that nothing in your life is meaningless. Everything that you do has meaning and value. It's the value you place on it. Because if the people around you mean enough to you, you know that you're serving them with everything that you do for yourself and for the potential of your life. I'm good, man. 14 days out. I'm working like a dog. I got 14 days to make the most of it and embrace that chase.